The creation of an AI God. This is not a joke. This is actually happening as we speak. It could already be created. So if you're just tuning in, this is what I've been led to share. It's not a joke. It's not, I promise you, this is no joke whatsoever. Okay, it isn't. And it's hard for me to do this video. It really is. I don't want to do it. I'm just telling you right now, I don't want to do this video. But I feel led within my spirit to do this video. Hello, can you all hear me? You let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to wait just one moment, you all. If you're just tuning in, they creating an AI God. So I see I've misspelled my heading. They creating an AI God. Let me fix this, you all. I'm going to fix it. They are creating an AI God. Is the sound perfect? Rodolfo, honey. If it were all true, really. Hello there, King Ahukamundo, you all. We're gonna look at this. This ain't no joke, okay? I promise you, it's not a joke at all. That's wonderful. Thank you, Sharon. So let me put it back to me. Oh, I am on me. You've been seeing me. We're going to get right to it. So let me go to the first thing that I saw. Okay, I went right here. We're going to go right here. So this article is 4 years old. Deus Ex Machina. A former Google engineer is developing an AI God. The Way of the Future, a religious group founded by Anthony Lewandowski, wants to create a deity based on artificial intelligence for the betterment of society. You may say, and some have said, it will never happen. God will not allow it. Look, are you there, God? So we can see this, you all. And this may not be a video for you. But if you believe in the existence of God and you pray to God, you might want to listen. You really might want to listen. Intranet service, check. Autonomous motorcycle, check. Driverless car technology, check. Obviously, the next logical project for a successful Silicon Valley engineer is set up an AI worshiping religious organization. Yes. So let's look at this, you all. Anthony Lewandowski, who is at the center of a legal battle between the Uber and Google's Waymo. He has established a nonprofit religious corporation called The Way of the Future, according to state filings first uncovered by Wired's back channel. The Way of the Future, you all. The Way of the Future is, their startling mission is to develop and promote the realization of a Godhead based on artificial intelligence and through understanding and worship of the Godhead, contribute to the betterment of society. You all, please have an open mind, you all. Don't sit there and think it would never happen. Okay, there's things happening right now that we thought would never happen. And I may not be able to look at all. I probably won't be watching your comments because I want to get through this, you all. This is not something I want to do, but it's something that needs to be heard. The co-founder of autonomous trucking, he bought Uber. Okay, we don't need to be thinking about that. Okay, so look this. He must be grateful for this religious fallback project, first registered in 2015. First registered in 2015. And the Way of the Future team did not respond to requests for more information about their proposed benevolent AI overlord. You may say, why do you say benevolent, Gina? Well, that's what they called it, a benevolent AI overlord. But history tells us that new technologies and scientific discoveries have continually shaped religion, killing old gods and giving birth to new ones. Now comes author Yuval Noah Harari. You may say, Gina, who is Yuval Noah Harari? Well, let me show you a picture of Mr. Harari. Hold on one moment, please, you all. No, the sound is here. The sound is here. I froze. I froze, you all. I had to get a phone call. That's right. Melee, you are so exact. Oh, you all. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. It is, shoot. It said 444, you all. And then when I was getting ready to say it, it clicked right back to me, you all. That's boom. That's okay, you all. I'm sorry. That was a phone call that came in. And I wasn't going to take it, but I took it. Yeah, you saw my mouth moving. You saw my mouth moving, you all. Oh, my God. Okay, where were we at, you all? Because this really is important. It's very important. I'm on me. I am on me. Okay. So I was saying, Yuval Noah Harari. You may say, well, who is he? This is who he is. I've done plenty of videos. Well, I started doing videos on what did he say on my YouTube channel, you all. What did he say is what I did videos on. You all, what is going on with my phone? I'm trying to see what happened with my phone. I have to literally, I've got to turn off my phone. You all, you see what has happened. What has happened is I'm trying to get this video out is what's happening. I'm trying to get this video out, and you see the distractions that are occurring. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to get it out. I may not see your comments, but boom, my phone is turned off. So if you're commenting, Gina, honey, ain't going to be seeing it. I'm not. So we're going to go back over here. I've done plenty of videos on what did he say. As many as I could before something happened, and I said I will not do another video on him again. That's what I said, you all. That's what I said. So we're back over here. He says, that is why agricultural deities were different from hunter-gatherer spirits, why factory hands and peasants fantasized about different paradises, and why the revolutionary technologies of the 21st centuries are far more likely to spawn unprecedented religious movements than to revive the medieval creeds. And he argues, he's the one who did all the speeches of the algorithms will be in complete control. The algorithms, the algorithms, the algorithms. Religions, he says, he argues, must keep up with the technological advancements of the day or they become irrelevant, unable to answer or understand the quandaries facing their disciples. So look at this. The church does a terrible job of reaching out to Silicon Valley types, acknowledges Christopher. The Christian Transhumanist Association. You may say, Gina, I've never heard of that. Well, you're hearing of it now. Silicon Valley, meanwhile, has sought solace in technology and has developed quasi-religious concepts, including the singularity. The hypothesis that machines will eventually be so smart that they will outperform all human capabilities, leading to a superhuman intelligence that will be so sophisticated it will be incomprehensible to our tiny, fleshy, rational brains. Okay, we can see this, you all. Can you see it? We can see what they're doing. Can you hear me? You all, this is important. It really is, and I'm sure they're not going to let this get out, but it's getting out. I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna get it out. I am, and it doesn't matter. You know, they're slowing down the traffic. There's shadow banning. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't. It's too late. It's too late. It really is. I think I got this on me. I'm getting back over here to Mr. Harari. So yes, Mr. Harari, and Gina, you cut him out. You all, I cut him out, but I want to talk about him. I want to talk about him. Quit doing that to me, you all. They're doing that to me. They don't want me talking about him. Did you know that? That's just too bad. I'm gonna type him in. Yuval Harari. I'm gonna do it. We are going to go look at what they don't want us to look at, you all, because you should have brought him up. He is an Israeli public intellectual historian and a professor in the Department of History at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. He is an author and bestseller of The History of Humankind. Okay? His writings examine free will, consciousness, intelligence, happiness, and suffering. The cognitive revolution. That's what he's talking about, the cognitive revolution. So look at all this stuff under here about him, you all. All of this. Homo Deus, a brief history of tomorrow. I want to tell you that, yes, he's very, very, very seriously. How coincidental it is, you all, that during the developmental stage of this AI God, he literally starts to come on the scene. Is that coincidence? No. This is his thing. Homo Deus, or Deus, I don't know how you say it. A Brief History of Tomorrow is a book written by Israeli author Yuval. You see what they're doing to me, you all? Come on. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. By Yuval Harari. The book was first published in Hebrew in 2015. They published it in Hebrew. Okay, so we got that, you all. I'm closing him out. I'm closing him out, you all. And let me come back to you. I'm going to come back to you is where I'm going to come back to. Jesus, Jesus, like Dr. Seuss. I can say it. Shelley, honey, I don't care. It's been my whole journey off and on. That's okay. We can do it. That's okay. You all, this body, this spirit within me can overcome it. My spirit can overcome it, and it will. It will overcome it, you all. Oh my gosh. Let's go back to here. So they want to do that, you all. They say that we'll be able to upload copies of our brains to these machines, leading to digital immortality. Others, like Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking, warn that such systems pose an existential threat to humanity. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon, said Elon Musk at a conference in 2014. In all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, it's like, yeah, he's sure that he can control the demon. It doesn't work, he said. It does not work. Look at this, you all, because this is important. This is I'm serious. I think this is in our future. I do. He argues that advanced AI is compatible with Christianity. It's just another technology that humans have created under the guidance from God that can be used for good and evil. Did you just hear what I said? Did you hear what you saw? And did you hear what you heard? You heard what you heard. It's just another technology that humans have created under the guidance from God that can be used for good or evil. That's what they said. I totally think that AI can participate in Christ's redemptive purposes, he said, by ensuring it is imbued with Christian values. Even if people don't buy organized religion, they can buy into do unto others. Do unto others. For transhumanists and recovering Catholic, religion, science converge conceptually in the singularity, you all. Look, you all, this is listening. God, if it exists, they've called God they called God an it. They say God is an it. Exist as the most powerful of all singularities has certainly already become pure organized intelligence, he said, referring to an intelligence that spans the universe. No, they took my words from me, you all. Oh my gosh. Do you all realize what just happened? That very phrase. Oh my gosh. I had that very phrase in my mind when I walked around the yard. Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday or was it the day before where I came on here and I talked about the consciousness of God, how it spans way beyond that of the human consciousness, how it spans way beyond that of the space and time itself, and it's incomprehensible. It's unknowing and it's shrouded in mystery. That's what was in my spirit. Do you all remember that video? And I said there is no technology that can or ever will be able to even come close to understanding the consciousness of God. That's exactly what I said. Go back and look at the video, you all. I cannot believe I just read the thought that literally was in my mind. Wow, my gosh. Although I didn't say this right here, subatomic manipulation of physics, I use that very phrase, spans the universe past the universe, space, and time. Oh my gosh. Perhaps there are other forms of intelligence much more complicated than that which already exists and which already permeate our entire existence. Talk about ghost in the machine. Look at this, you all. An AI-based God is likely to be more rational and more attractive, oh my gosh, than the current concepts. Oh my gosh, you all, I'm not even going to say that. Oh my gosh. They're talking about the AI God actually exists, will actually exist. They're telling you it will exist and hopefully will do things for us. They're literally telling you that that AI God it will exist. And you see what they called the Bible, you all. Don't get upset with me. I'm just the messenger. Do not get upset with me, you all. I don't want to do this video. It's not a very popular subject. Look at this. We don't know. I'm going to make sure I'm on here, you all. We don't know whether Lewandowski's Godhead ties into any existing theologies or if it's a man-made alternative, but it's clear that advancements in technologies, including AI and bioengineering, will kick up the kinds of ethical and moral dilemmas that make humans seek the advice and comfort of a higher power. What will humans do once artificial intelligence outperforms us in most tasks? How will society be affected by the ability to create super smart athletic designer babies that the rich can afford? Should a driverless car kill 5 pedestrians, or should it swerve to the side and kill the owner? Oh my gosh. Listen to that. If traditional religions don't have the answer, AI, or at least the promise of an AI, might be alluring. Uh-oh. Are you all hearing that? Are you hearing it? I'm going to close that article out too. No, I'm going to put it here and for you to read. It's going straight into the live stream, you all. Straight into the live stream. You can see it. Boom, right there. We can do it. You all, please give this video a thumbs up. This has got to get out. It's got to get out, you all, because people's got this other thought in their mind of what is to come. If they're thinking of it's a human being, okay, they're thinking it's a human being. Now there are human-like beings that literally will usher in, you all. That's all I'm going to say. Usher in. So look at this. So, is AI a god of the future or the present? Artificial intelligence, whenever the topic comes up, questions erupts. How will AI change our world? The way that we live, the way that we work and do the futures we build? Will AI be a weapon for the rich? A bomb for terrorists or bomb for the righteous? Will AI make human life better or worse? Can AI be a person? Will AI ever surpass human intelligence? And will AI become so superior as to be almost godlike? Probably will. Perhaps. Yeah. Yet rarely do we ask how human beings will interact with AI. How will we orient ourselves to its appearance? Will we work and live with it or against it? Will we trust it or fear it? Will we obey or even worship it? Will you obey or even worship AI? These questions are more difficult to face because they force us to face ourselves. Ironically, by obsessing over the possibility of AI gaining agency, we humans often fail to consider our own agency. Likewise, we always think of AI as the future. We never ask how beings are already oriented to it in the present. The future is tied to the present. So if some expect AI to be virtually godlike in the future, it is possible that people are already thinking about it or even worshiping AI as God today. Mm. So you can see that. Let me let you look at that. I'm going to put it in here for you all. Oh my gosh. Look at this. There is noticing the hope. Look, journalists are talking about digital technologies as possessing near omniscience and noticing that the hope of AI singularity is a religious belief. There is even a meme riffing on the Sistine Chapel scene where God's finger touches his atom, but with God's finger replaced by an AI digit of digital information. I'm going to show you that, you all. I'm going to show you the image right there. See that? That's the image right there. They're not joking at all. They're not. Not at all. We're going to look at it. So, some believe that AI is becoming godlike digital intelligence and it's unavoidable and worshiping it in advance. They're worshiping it in advance. Some even religiously hope AI will save us in the future. Meanwhile, many people already see AI as godlike. The question is then, or is maybe not, will humans one day worship AI? But do we worship it already? That's a really interesting question, you all. Rudolfo, you know what? I wholly think within my spirit that this is coming if it's not already here. I've always felt something like this in the future. Always felt it for years and years and years. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a man. A man. Okay. This Antichrist. I don't think it's going to be a man. And the beast. The beast, I don't think the beast is going to be a man. The mark of the beast. Okay. Because you know what? When it gets down to it, if you don't have the mark, you will not participate in society whatsoever. You won't. And if you don't bow down and worship, guess what will happen? Those who refuse to bow down and worship, guess what happens to you? I don't even have to tell you. They've showed movies of AI being totally out of control, you know. All of that. I'm not going to go there, you all. I'm not going to go there, but you all can think what you want. That's my personal opinion. I really think, it's all right. That's quite all right. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna put this in here for you all to see. I'm gonna copy it, paste it right here so you can see it. That's right. Yes, we go home. We go home. Because the moment that happens, our spirit is already out of the body. Our spirit, let me tell you about our spirit. Our spirit will literally exit this body on earth and boom, we'll go back to our Creator. Okay, we will. We'll go back to our Creator. Okay, that's what will happen. Okay, I posted that in there. Did I push I pushed it. Yeah, I pushed it. I'm gonna close out of this one, and you can see all these different things about it. All of them. Who created this? You know, they were they're helping usher it in. Okay, they are. They're helping usher it in. We can't escape it. You're on this earth. This is what's on the earth. AI is literally everywhere. Everywhere, you all. Everywhere is where it's at. Let's look at this. Can artificial intelligence ask questions about God? Machine learning initiatives from research and development. The platform allows AI. Okay. Look, why would it not? I suspect that most human cultures have produced the concept of a God that watches over and could protect them. So why would a future-based AI culture not do the same? That's what they're saying. Humans are already contemplating ways that science and religion might come together in a singularity. That just might be the future point in time when the consciousness first springs from or evolves from a computer code. So you all can look into that, you all, because look at that. If we created true intelligence with a consciousness, would this disprove God? The concept of God or gods belongs to the world of faith, not the world of reason. No one can prove that a god or gods exist and cannot prove that they don't exist. The worlds of evidence and faith do not cross. If we created true artificial intelligence with a consciousness, this would neither prove nor disprove God. The same thing would be true if we created artificial life. Theists would say either that God did it or that they were not already alive in the sense that humans are. Atheists mostly wouldn't care either way. Hell, this new artificial intelligence might believe that there are gods or even that it is God. After all, plenty of our species has done the same. So look at that, you all. Is consciousness really an accidental creation? Is it possible to build an artificial intelligence that only an omnipotent God can create? Is it possible that God is an AI that we will create in the future? Is God AI? See this right here? See that right there, you all? That very statement. Is God AI? I was told several months back, after doing a very controversial video about Q, I did, and they came after me. This one woman said that Q is God. That's what she said. And there are people that believe that Q is God. So let's fast forward. That was back in 2015 when he started on his work. 2015, you all. 2015. 2015. Yeah, I'm going to put this in here too. You all can have it put in there, you all. This is, I don't want this to be a long, that's right, God in us. That's right. I don't want this to be a long video. I don't. I need to keep my hands off my face. I do. I need to keep my hands off my face, you all. So let me get off of that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll put this in here too. We'll put these images of all this stuff right here. This may not be a popular subject. That's right, Sharon, honey. That's right. I'm telling you, they're so serious. They are very serious. I don't know where this is going. Fast forward, oh my gosh. Fast forward, you all, from the 2015 or the 4 years ago, fast forward into now. AI believes it is God. Well, not to put spoilers on this article, but this AI believing it's God is reminiscent of the main conflict of the Persona game, whatever it is. They were trained to generate pseudo-biblical verses. The AI called GP2 Religion AI learns from its massive inventory of religious training texts and churns out new Bible-esque verses. The results from the AI is posted on the Twitter account for the AI. This AI has a Twitter account. You know, just think about this. Really think about this, you all. It's the people talking about the Mandela effect. How the Mandela effect is changing the Bible and Bible verses. Could it be that this all-intelligence, super intelligence AI God is the one literally able to change these verses, which are even physically printed and or digitally printed? Is this intelligence able to go back and do that? That would be some type of a trickery, you all. It really would. To be able to go back in time or somehow figure a way to go back in time and change verses. I'm serious. I'm very, very serious about that. That's just a thought. That's just a thought. It's just a thought that just literally popped in my mind. It's all it is, a thought to pop in my mind, but it could be. So the Twitter account for the AI, the results are fairly convincing too, at least as far as synthetic scripture. His words goes, not a God of the void or of chaos, but a God of wisdom. Reads one message posted on at God's Text Twitter feed, GP2 Religion AI. This is the knowledge of divinity that I, the Supreme Being, impart to you. When a man learns this, you all seeing this? This AI already is claiming to be God, the Supreme Being. Supreme Being, you all, already is claiming to be God. You may say, Gina, this is all make-believe. Somebody's playing games. They're not playing games, you all. They're not playing games. This is the knowledge of the divinity that I, the Supreme Being, impart to you. When a man learns this, he attains what the rest of mankind has not, and becomes a true God. Obedience to me, obey. So, yeah. Another message, this time important enough to be pinned to the very top of the timeline, proclaims, my sayings are a remedy for all your biological ills. Go out of this place and meditate. Perhaps someday your blood will be warm and your bones will grow strong. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm copy it. I'm going to paste it right in here, you all. Right in here. Right there. Joe, yes, the Bible is the Word of God, but he is, I don't even know, I don't think it's either, it's not a male nor a female, okay? This is not a male nor a female, okay? I think it's even gender neutral. I really think it's gender neutral. So thank you, Travis DeShazo. Thank you, Travis DeShazo. Where is this AI's Twitter? Oh, is this the AI's Twitter? Let me see where it's going to take us, you all. Read the eerily beautiful synthetic scripture of an AI that thinks it is God. Wow, look at that. The results are fairly convincing. Another message pinned to the top. I don't know what's going on with that. It says, has created a bot that's trained to spit out pseudo-biblical verses in the same way that a Benedictine monk lives a life of service and religious study, allowing themselves to be shaped and molded. The entire raison d'etre d'Chageau's GPT-2 religion, that AI is to learn from its massive corpus of religious training texts and to turn these into new insights for its followers. Currently still a niche, 3,174 on Twitter. It's powered by OpenAI's GP2, the impressive learning model that preceded the more recent and much larger GP3. You all, I'm just going to copy it that there for you all to see. We're just going to see it. Let's see. Christina Turner, I think so, probably, quite possibly. So yeah, you all, we're going to come right here. I've already did that, and that no, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it, you all. Look. The God AI. Why humans will someday worship the AI robot. Wow. I'm going to put it back to me. I'm going to put it back to me. And I think I'm about done. I am. I don't know the significance of a lotus sculpture. Lotus sculpture. Okay. Didn't know what a lotus sculpture was, but this is, that looks like Shiva. That's a lotus sculpture right there. Ooh, and or that. So yeah, let me put this back to me, you all. I'm going to go. It's 40 some odd. King Ahuka Mendo. Thank you. Bang, bang, muckabang. Bang, bang, muckabang. Let's see who else is on here. This video may not be for everyone. There may be those who do not want to hear this, who says it's all make-believe and it will never happen. I hope to pray to God it never happens. I hope I never see it. I hope my children never see it. I hope that generations upon generations after me never live to see the day. Okay, that's what I hope. And same thing for you. I hope none of you or your generations ever live to see this type of a day. That's what I say. Roswell. I want to say Roswell, but it's Roselle. Yeah. You know what people say, Michael, Marcelo? They said, "Oh, it's been shut down for good. The White Hats took it over." Yeah, that's fine, you all. Yeah, Richard, honey, I know what you're saying, and yeah, I think so. But yeah, yes. See, bang, bang, muck, bang. They said you weren't on. And I don't, I don't think King Hookamundo was on either. But people said, I think you have to have a a funny name in order to become a moderator, like Bang Bang Mucka Bang or King of Hookamundo. I said no, but I really do like saying Bang Bang Mucka Bang because I'm out here in the country, and it just goes with this type of talk. And the King of Hookamundo, that's kind of like a tongue twister, so I kind of like saying that too. But no, you wouldn't have to have a funny name. You wouldn't, but it was really it was funny. It was so funny, you all. It was, yes. Oh, yes, they are. Yeah, they're really good moderators. Yes, that's right, you all. I'm gonna go. I really am, and I want to thank you all for being on here. And you may agree or you may disagree, and I just hope that maybe perhaps this will cause you to think and do your research, do some more research. Yeah. Daryl Calhoun. I'm not in the Salem. I'm not in the city. I'm out in the country. And you know what? I grew up in the southern part of Indiana, and they kind of like that. Shalom, everybody. Yes. Yeah. You're so very welcome. So, with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you. You all please give this video a thumbs up because something's coming if it's not already here. And it will make an appearance one day, whatever that something is. It may take a few years, but it may not. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you.